Welcome back to Jimmy Meets World Vlog, where I cover my comedy journey via my RV life and all the adventures we get into in between. I'm Jimmy, if you didn't know that already. Alright, do me one favor before we get started here. If you're interested in becoming a comedian, or if you're interested in life on the road and RV life, or if you just like laughing until you pee your little pants, do me a favor, hit the little button, subscribe to my channel. I am trying to do this for a living, right? Comedians don't make that much money unless you're on Netflix. You haven't seen my special, have you? No, not yet. Unless you're from the future. And I have some questions for you. Oh my God! What is that? Well, where do I go? Well, what do I do? I don't have anywhere to go! Okay, that's what it was like when, when you're living RV life. They say that life happens when you're making other plans, and in RV life, that is like so true. We had made plans for a couple weeks to head to Austin, Texas, but about 3 weeks or so before we were going to leave, the floods came a-coming. And let me tell you, when natural disaster strikes and you're living in your RV...
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps. Stay alert to news media events or local emergency alert notifications.
Who is that? Who is that? All right, let's go.
You got to get going, right? There's no taking any chances with your RV when you're living in it because it's your house. So the floods came, and we have been staying in Camp Verde, Arizona for an extended period of time, hitting up Phoenix area, Scottsdale, different places in Phoenix and different places in Arizona to hit up open mics and hit up comedy. I just hit the RV resort that we were staying at. I did a gig there. The Verde River that we were staying on, I think it operates at cubic feet per second is the volume metric that you use to measure rivers. Somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 cubic feet per second is what's usually supposed to be flowing at about the time of the year that we were there. But it was operating about like 45,000, I believe. And when that happens, I mean, it took out half the RV park that we were staying at. And you get that knock on the door, like knock at your door, like, hey, you got to get out of here. All right, you don't have anywhere to go. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? We had to stop everything right there, and I had to put a lot of comedy stuff on hold and just drive the rig to Austin. Anyway, but the great thing about that is we get started on these road trips. First place we hit. Where's the first place we hit? We got going and we hit Holbrook, Arizona, not Texas yet. Holbrook, Arizona, which is a town that basically is surrounded by the Petrified Forest. And so we hit the KOA in Holbrook, which was a pretty nice KOA. It was a little old and outdated, but it got the job done, and there was spots available while we were there. A little hole-in-the-wall restaurant that we went to. If you're looking for some place called Studio 66, the pork sandwich and some sort of Malaise fried delicious cornness that we had was delicious. Yeah, see, like when you're a comedian and you're on the road, I might be a vegetarian most of the time, about 90% of the time I'm a vegetarian, but I mean, hey, you're in a small town. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? I mean, my wife often asks me, she's like, how come you're okay with eating pork and gator, but you're not okay with eating a cow? And I said, it's quite simple. Pigs are evasive, right? And gators, I'm from Florida, gators, what do? They eat people and dogs. So while we were in Holbrook, we specifically stopped there to go to the Petrified Forest. We had an eye on that Petrified Forest. I hear a lot of talk about it. It was beautiful, right? I mean, straight up as a forest made of crystals, pretty much, petrified. looking at it, and it said that the dating of this place, the dating of the petrified forest, says that anywhere from 211 to 218 million years old this forest is. The very first civilization popped up in Mesopotamia at about, 4,000 years before Christ. Do the math, we're talking about first people didn't really show up until, 6,200 years ago. So, what was everyone doing in between? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if I can trust these geologists, these carbon daters. They're like, okay, yeah, nothing happened for, 215 million years, 216, whatever it is. Like, I find that kind of hard to believe, I don't know. That's just me. And after Holbrook and the Petrified Forest, we made our way up to Santa Fe, New Mexico. There are many reasons why I have had my eye on Santa Fe. It's just kind of up and out of the way. And so we went up to the Gorge Bridge, which I thought was really eerie and amazing. And if you get up on this bridge, let me tell you, I got kind of like a little, okay, I'm on the bridge. Oh my goodness. Be a tough guy. This is pretty scary out here. It's a crisis hotline thing. There's hope, make the call. So many suicides that there's a hope hotline out here. This is terrifying.
Oh my goodness.
Just look straight ahead. Something about me, I can climb the highest mountain in the world, but because I'm under control, I'm okay with the height. But if I'm hanging on the side of a roller coaster because I don't trust man, I think I might fall off. I don't know. It's something about, I just don't trust man-made objects, man-made structures. Don't trust man. I guess they're not very trustworthy. By the way, we're staying at the Kea Way here at Santa Fe, and it was nice. It was really nice, actually. The bathrooms were nice, all that, but there is no signal for Verizon in much of any other cell tower. So you better have some sort of alternative way, or you got to basically hug the hotspot next to the bathroom. So yeah, but I do love Santa Fe. Santa Fe is a nice city. One of the things I really like about Santa Fe, it's got these old churches, like the San Miguel Chapel, the very first church in all of America. The very first church in all of America, built in 1610. That's where it all got started. That's where Jesus got started. So I'm interested in that, right? I want to go check that out. So let's hit a shot at San Miguel. Right, and then we mosey on over to the St. Francis Cathedral, which was built in the 1878, I believe. This one was also very amazing. Such a beautiful, sorry, I touched the thing there. It was so amazing. And let's hit the 360 of the St. Francis Cathedral. okay, you know, and I just can't get enough of these old churches. So we hit, this is, I say the best for last, so the Laredo Chapel. All right, this place is home of, it's world famous actually, of the Miraculous Staircase. Built in 1878. This miraculous, why do they call it the Miraculous Staircase? Because there's no center support. It was not built with any nails, no glue. It's all put together in little tiny wooden pegs of a type of wood that they don't even know where it came from. Non-existent, right? So a wood they don't know of. It's not put together with nails, no glue whatsoever. It's all just kind of fit together perfectly in a miraculous way, built by a carpenter. They don't know who built it, right? So a miraculous staircase put together by an unknown carpenter. Miracles performed by a carpenter. Have you ever heard? Where have you heard that before? Oh. Anyway, so yeah, so we're cruising on down out of New Mexico. We wave goodbye to them, and then we say hello to Texas, and we finally get into these small little towns, meander our way down to Austin. But Texas is a huge state, right? It's a big state. So we hit Amarillo first, and let me tell you, Amarillo's a nice little town, like that Amarillo sky. Anyway, so just like Jason Aldean taught us, the Amarillo sky. It was a nice little park, right? The park that we stayed at in Amarillo, what was it called?
Scenic View.
Yes. All right. So we stayed at the Scenic View RV Park. It was a little bit under construction. This nice guy is building it. But anyway, the owner, he came up to me. He was real nice. He's building it out. He's got some big private with these privacy fences that make it really nice. He doesn't have any amenities, no bathrooms or laundry or anything like that. But it's full hookup. It's good bang for your buck. In the area though, let me tell you, Gator Tails. That was the place that I know that you guys are like, I thought you're supposed to be a vegetarian, Jimmy. You don't seem to. Now listen, I told you I don't feel bad about eating gator, man. I'll tell you what, those are the best dang gator tail I ever had in my life. I had gator tacos there. Nothing like some gator tacos. It was delicious. I'm flashing back right now. But yeah, I had them gator tacos. What else was in? Oh yeah. So and then in Amarillo, there's also the Jack Sizemore RV Museum. Let's hit that, right? The what? Oh, this is in the movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was amazing, and you probably would only be interested if you were interested in RV life, because why else would you go to an RV museum unless you were interested in RV life? maybe you're interested in old RVs. I don't know. All right, so then after we cruising on down, we hit up that Palo Duro Canyon State Park, and this place was amazing. Had that lighthouse trail. Let me hit some 360 of that, right? It's because you just drink it in. Just drink it in.
Look at this. Goodness, this is awesome. Woo. What's this called? Lighthouse Trail. What? Lighthouse Peak. Palo Duro?
And we're back from there, and let me tell you, so Amarillo, I must say, I'd never been there before, but Jason Aldean singing about it, I got why he was singing songs about it, because it was pretty nice. I will say this, traveling in RV life, we use what I call as Passport America. It's very nifty. So basically what their shtick is, they give you 50% off the daily rate that you get at a series of RV parks all over the country. And it is very much worth it. The thing about it is that these Passport America, it's hit or miss, right? I'll say about 80% of the time, they're pretty solid RV parks. But every once in a while, like this one that we stayed at, Big Spring, Texas. Why would you ever stay in Big Spring, Texas? Well, when you're on the way to get somewhere. And Big Spring, Texas, we stayed at there's like a couple different RV parks. We didn't know which one. We stayed at Hat Creek RV Park. Let me tell you, don't stay there. The reason why is because they had hookup and everything. The price was right, $17 a night or whatever it was. But sometimes it's just too cheap. I don't know. Sometimes you're like, don't even stay there. They had one area for all the trash, and they had plenty of trash cans, but the entire park had no trash cans, which means they also had no dog poop stations. You know how we don't hang with that. So it was a poo-poo graveyard. The whole place was a poo-poo graveyard. We don't hang with that. That's just disgusting.
Oh, gross.
So if I was you, I wouldn't. And if you do stay, like, just maybe stay hooked up one night out of there. But I wanted to give Big Spring, Texas its love. The Pizza Inn. That's the best pizza buffet I ever went to in my life. So I will give Big Spring, Texas its due. The Pizza Inn was delicious. All right, and on our final leg, I was going to try to grab my leg, but I can't get it into the camera shot. Our final leg was to Brady, Texas. You know, Brady, Texas, I don't know if you guys are aware, because I wasn't aware, so now I'll make you aware, but Brady, Texas is the home of the world's greatest barbecue goat cook-off. I didn't know that people barbecued goat. I didn't know people really ate goat too much anymore in this country. But regardless, if you want to barbecue goat and cook it off, go to Brady, Texas every July. But that's how they do it. All right, so we stayed at this place called Richards Park, which is a public park. This is actually the first public park I'd ever stayed at, so that was quite an experience. It's a beautiful park. It was a nice park. Okay, so we finally landed in Austin. We're settled in Austin. We set up the rig. So now that I have my feet on the ground and I can, you know, come to my computer and type things and write things and rehearse things and perform things and edit things and do all the things I could do without having to drive my rig, you know, 8 hours a day or whatever I was doing. Now that was an exaggeration. I'm sorry, it wasn't that long. But you get what I'm saying. So now we're here and settled, and I have a lot of opportunities via GigSound and otherwise that I'm working on. And so we'll discuss that next time. We'll get more into the nitty-gritty of comedy and all that. All right, so anyway, thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Jimmy. It's been nice meeting you. God bless, and good night, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time, folks. Stick around. Things are just getting interesting.